Many academics focus on their research and teaching, but few engage with the broader community. Not so with our next guest. He has an impressive list of professional and academic achievements, partly because of his history growing up in Soviet-era Eastern Europe. He is passionate about the importance of all citizens to be engaged in their community. The price of freedom is eternal vigilance. A professor at the Beedie School, Simon Fraser University, please welcome Andrey Pavlov.
So my main insight from Alain's work was really one simple thing, and it is that planners and economists, urban planners and urban economists actually have a lot more in common than meets the eye. And at the very least, we have the same goals. So everyone wants affordable housing, rental, owner-occupied, everyone wants nice cities, everyone wants good infrastructure. We all want really the same thing. The list is long, but I think the overlap is nearly 100%. Where we run into trouble is, in my view, when we mandate too many of those outcomes. There are some outcomes and some goals that are fantastic, like affordable housing and affordable rental housing in this case, that are not subject to mandates. And yet our history is, with all due respect, is that we have been trying to mandate those outcomes. We've had rent control for as long as I can remember. More recently, we have rental-only zoning. Even more recently, the city of Vancouver is considering rent control even for in-between tenants, not just for the tenants, for single occupancy rooms, and so on and so forth. And the problem is it has not worked. So we cannot seem to get above 1% vacancy rate in Vancouver. And, you know, of course, we need at least 3 to have a healthy market. And it really hasn't worked for the affordable segment of the market either. We keep housing, I don't want to say housing fewer people, but there are more and more people we are unable to house. Now, at the same time, to be fair, economics can't offer all solutions either. So the moment you have a mispriced resource, like the space on this telephone pole over there, you get congestion. And the moment you get congestion, no one can do really anything. So, and of course the solution is, you know, in economics is to price all resources correctly. This is not really possible in urban setting. So, what's the solution? Well, the solution is that I'm really going to offer 2. And they're both, in the way I'm going to offer them, are simple. They're hard to implement, but here you go. So the first one is, let's find the low-hanging fruit. And the permitting process at municipal governments is one low-hanging fruit. I have not seen a single person who says the permitting process should take 3 years or 4 years or 5 years. So thank you, Chris, for being able to circumvent that and move us faster. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We need to do that for everyone. All right, so here's one graph, one particular view of that. It's not my graph. I haven't been able to get the data from the city of Vancouver myself, but the graph seems to suggest that 1/3 of the units in application in 2016 were still under review in 2019. So, that's all nice, but that low-hanging fruit isn't going to get us all the way there, right? We need to accept some trade-offs. And one such trade-off is, in my view, that we should let urban planners and politicians choose priorities, but then let economists figure out mechanisms to achieve those priorities in a natural way. And, you know, one obvious way is to increase supply. So again, thank you, Chris, for doing that. And we know this works because not far south from here, there is a city that has 10% vacancy rate, and that the vacancy rate was before the pandemic. How did they achieve that? How did Seattle achieve normal or even higher than usual vacancy rate? Well, they built 13 times more rental units in 2018 than the city of Vancouver did. And I know time is tight, so I'm just going to go straight to one little proposal I have, and that is to bribe people. All right? So why do we need to bribe anyone? Well, we need to bribe anyone because densification, the only way we can get these additional supplies through densification, there's no question about that. And densification kind of upsets a lot of people one way or another. Now, whether that's justified or not is beyond the point. My view is we need to take two steps. Number one, auction densification rights. So don't draw maps on the line, don't do anything like that. Decide how many units of additional density we're going to allow every year and auction those to current landowners and potential developers. And then take the money and use them to compensate the neighbors for whatever harm they think they're getting. And now people are laughing, and that's fantastic. I don't know if that's laughing because, oh, that's a crazy guy, or, oh, that's a really good idea. Either way, I'm happy. But at least I think you're getting the point. There is enough value created in densification that absolutely everyone can be made better off. There's no need to fight over it. There are mechanisms that economics has developed that can distribute the additional value in a way that everyone is better off and happier. So the bottom line here, we need to turn housing into water, and right now it's into diamonds. Why are diamonds more expensive than water? It's not because they're more valuable, it's because they're harder to get. So the only way to achieve long-term affordability is to turn diamonds into water, to turn housing into water, meaning it's easy to get more. And then housing will become more affordable. Thank you so much. Appreciate your laughter.